A last-minute goal from veteran Tony Brown kept Waterford's Munster Championship dream alive. Well, this evening we're back at the spiritual home of hurling to do it all again, and this time Cork and Waterford will battle to the death.
That's a beautiful touch from Ben O'Connor. Saki bearing down on goal. He's going for it. He's got it. To Ben O'Connor, Newtown Shamrock. Another chance of a goal here. And there it is. Poses problems. There's a chance here. Oh, what a goal! Oh, Kelly, brilliant player, beats a brilliant keeper. 7-4 now. 1 Waterford man. Here's Kelly. Stop. It's there again. And Waterford have it.
It's the Munster hurling final replay between Cork and Waterford, live from Thurles, with the throw-in at 7 o'clock. Hello and welcome back to Thurles for the replay of one of the most prestigious titles in hurling, the Munster final. Well, of course, last Sunday Cork and Waterford played out a thriller here, and I suppose if this evening's game is anything half as good, then we'll all go home happy. I'm joined in studio by Cyril Farrell, Tomás Mackay and Ger Loughnane. Gentlemen, welcome once again. Tomás, you almost had it done last week, the late goal from Tony Brown, as we said. Question is, can you come back now and do it this time?
Yeah, I suppose that is the big question, Michael, and if you look at it from a Waterford perspective as well, I mean, they were 4 points up in 10 minutes into the second half as well, and they didn't push home the advantage as well. And likewise with Cork, if you said 5 points up, 10 minutes to go, yeah, you will push on. They got the important goals, and you said yes, they will push on, maybe go 6, go 7 points ahead. But that never happened, and I think that is credit to Waterford as well, the way they were set up that day, their tactics that day. They were probably won over Cork on that basis, but their work rate around the field was just incredible, and they didn't panic. These guys are experienced guys. They've been around the scene so many times. Yep. We've seen so many late equalisers from Waterford, and that has been kind of embedded in their system, right? They don't give up until the last minute. A lot of question marks about Cork's performance, Michael, in the first half, certainly, and they'll be maybe slowing up with the ball and the possession, right? The amount of space given to John Milan in front of goal, and then in the second half particularly we didn't have major ball winners in the key important areas, which was our half-hour line. So that's why their changes have been made on the team, is that we need to win more ball around the half-hour line.
You have no Sean O'Halpine this evening, and that has also caused a bit of a change around then in the defensive setup.
Yeah, you're expecting Shane Murphy to go in as cornerback, and Shane O'Neill will be moved from that position out to the wing-back position in place of Sean Og. I mean, Sean Og is a big loss, certainly, but I mean, Shane O'Neill is a fine hurler, right? Most people would say that he's probably a better half-back than he is a cornerback, but I mean, over the last 2 or 3 years he was never going to get into that Cork half-back line with the three that are there already, so that was the next best position for him. But again, you may be asked the question, right, okay, you're taking a very experienced guy from cornerback as well, and maybe it shows the overall strength of Cork hurling, where we don't have a straight replacement to go in straight in for number 7 there for Sean O'Halpine, you know. So it's a big move, you know. Despite
the fact that Cork were within touching distance of it, Ger Loughnane, the last day, a lot of people are now fancying Waterford.
Well, they are, because I think Waterford played the better hurling the last day. They were actually the better team, except that Cork got those suckle goals at the crucial time in the game. Then Waterford were chasing the game again, but they showed great character, came right back into the game, and I think everybody agrees that Waterford deserved to draw the last day, and now many people are fancying them for the replay. But did we see the real Cork last week? You know, that's the big question that's going to be asked tonight. This is the last chance for Cork, really. You know, we're going to judge them on the way to play tonight, because there are no excuses for Cork tonight. You know, you might say that an easy semi-final against Limerick, it didn't do much good for them. Now, they had a good game last week. If they're not up to the mark tonight, then I think their All-Ireland aspirations are really over. So that's what's at stake. You know, that's what's at stake tonight. So it's a huge game, not alone for Waterford, but I think it's even bigger for Cork tonight.
Ah, sure. Sir Farrell, the last we were mentioned there a moment ago was a thriller. It was actually a thriller towards the end of the match, and it was a good second half. The first half of the game wasn't particularly good. Will we see a different game here tonight?
You will. The first half, Cork played a very short game. Waterford closed down the space, and they had the hook, the block, the stop, and they stopped Cork from running the kind of, you know, this nice short passing game. No long ball into a Saki at all the first half. They cut that out, and then they got on top, and okay, they only went in a point up. They should have been a lot more up. Waterford have been happy at half-time, the way they kind of closed down Cork, because Cork like a running game. In the second half, the last Cork made played it more direct. Cousin came on and better high ball came into the second, because he's very strong in there. I expect tonight that Cork will play fast ball in. Cousin is out wing forward, very strong. Niall McCarthy's gone centre forward. Now Ben O'Connor is still a great hurler, but you'll see the high balls coming down, the long ones will come down, and Niall McCarthy and Cousin, and inside will hit a lot faster ball into a Saki inside.
We talked about the changes on the Cork team as Cork come out onto the field here in Thurles. Waterford also have a change. They have Seamus Prendergast in from the start this time.
Yeah, I think he'll go in centre forward. He'll bring a lot of strength there, you know, and probably Malumphil will go in corner. He'll be covering back out. He'll do a lot of work outside there. He'll do the work that Home McGrath was in there the last day to do. Like, the positions anymore, Michael, unless maybe up the middle, you're going to find them changing all over the place. But Prendergast is very experienced, very, very strong in there, you know, and like Moran will go in. He's unorthodox, but he's strong as well. They'll try to upset. If Waterford can stay in the game for the first 20 minutes and close down Cork again, they'll have a right good chance. But Cork will be there to try to open up early on and run up with kind of 4 or 5 point lead early on. If they do, it'll be hard to catch them.
By the same token, Tomas, you know, Davy Fitz, I have no doubt will be sent to Waterford players, and the reality of it is they were losing this match. They were going out, they were losing the Munster final until that last time. I mean, they couldn't have legislated for getting a goal in the last minute or so, whatever it was of the game, you know, so they need to up their ante as well.
Yeah, no doubt about it, and it's interesting, right, the two key positions, maybe the two centre positions, right. I mean, number 6 for Brick Walsh was outstanding for Waterford the last day, number 6. Likewise, Ronan Curran for Cork was outstanding as well, right. So you're seeing changes there. We expect Seamus Prendergast to win on top of Ronan Curran. Obviously, to deny him that ability that he has to take ball out of the air, win puck-outs, Waterford puck-outs, and likewise on the other side as well, that you're going to have Cousin in there to be a target for puck-outs as well, because like Brick Walsh was very, very good in that Waterford defence. And I mean, you'd expect maybe a different Cork this time round, right? I mean, the dirty ball, the breaking ball around the middle of the field, there wasn't enough hunger there wasn't enough aggression in their play to win those type of balls, and that was there in Waterford. And if they don't match that tonight, Cork will certainly be in trouble.
Okay. Time now to hear from the two managers. Dennis Walsh is the Cork manager, while Davy Fitzgerald, of course, is the man in charge of Waterford now. They have been talking to Claire McNamara.
Dennis, there's been a lot of talk about Sean Oak's hamstring during the week. Is he good to start?
No, he's we delayed it until the last minute really, but we've tried him out there a while ago, but he won't make it. So Shane Murphy is coming directly in there, you know.
Okay. Now, this was a game that you had within your grasp, I suppose, for a spell last week. A huge effort will be required again if you're to win that All-Ireland semi-final place.
Yeah, well, I suppose I think the game we were dead and buried maybe 10 minutes into the second half, and then we kind of forced the pace maybe, and everything went right for us for maybe 15-20 minutes, and it looked like we'd hung on, but I think probably it was a fair result overall.
Davy, here we go again. Have you made any changes to your team from last weekend?
Yeah, Seamus Prendergast will be in. He'll be starting, so he will. That's the only change we have from the starting lineup last week.
Now, you fought your way back into it last Sunday. Do you see yourself as in a strong position now ahead of this replay tonight?
Yeah, we fought at the end alright, but I don't think we probably should have been in that position. We had a lot of possession last week, and for about a 15-minute spell we give it away. But clear, last week is gone, it doesn't matter. Whatever happened last week is gone. The question we have for the lads this week are to prepare to work as hard, fight as hard, tackle as hard, and if we do that, we'll be thereabouts.
You think your bench will have a big impact this week?
Yeah, I think every bench has an impact, so it does, and certainly we're no different. We have a strong panel, but the things I've said to you are the key to what happens today, and you don't know about them things until you get out in the field.
Yeah, Davy Fitz there, of course. Cyril Farrell. It's kind of an unusual Munster final. It is a replay. It's a Saturday evening here in Thurles. Small crowd, I suppose, from what you would normally expect at a Munster final. And also, it's a kind of a dark and dull evening here in Thurles. And we could see this one ending under the lights. And there will be extra time if necessary.
It's funny you should mention that, Michael. I drove right through Thurles, through the square, coming up here to Park, and I couldn't believe it. I'd say there were about 12 to 15,000 here tonight. It's a Saturday night, Saturday evening. It's unusual for a Munster final for a start. And the atmosphere isn't here. Usually Munster final is a kind of a flair atmosphere. There's a great atmosphere around the town, but that's not there tonight. And if it goes into extra time, well, they have lights here. It will be. It's a kind of a dull evening. I just have the feeling the game could take off, but we'll need a right good game for it to take off, because it's just the crowd even taunted the supporters coming in.
But there are issues, Michael, being honest with you, right? I mean, you're looking at a situation here, it's €30 again for entry tonight, right? We've had these issues over the last couple of weeks where the prices, people have said